And hello, movie lovers, and welcome to the show. So today we are actually going to be reviewing Daredevil, Season 2, Daredevil Born Again. I have my good friend Christopher Minori here. He actually did the whole entire series with me for Season 1. And I figured what better way to do this than to invite him back again. And so we're going to go ahead and do that now. All right, guys. And hey, Chris, welcome back.
Hey, thank you. Man, it's been too long.
It really has. It
Too
really
long.
has been a while
Let
since
me
we've been
ask
able to
you,
do this.
in this logo, and I think maybe it's newer since the last time I was on here, but maybe I'm wrong. But on this intro, who's that girl sitting next to you? Is that the missus?
No, that's actually my co-host Rossie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh man, I mean to
Rossi
get
and I
you in
actually
trouble.
did
Sorry.
our Michael review last night, so I'm gonna be dropping that probably sometime next week for our
Nice.
audio only episode of that, and I also have the video up right now for people to check out.
That's awesome. Audio only. Man, oh, how you've grown.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. But enough about me. Let's.
No.
But what I want to say is this: I think that this season has probably been the best season of Daredevil Born Again. Don't get me wrong; I
Yeah.
love moments of
Yeah.
season one and stuff like that, but it wasn't Frankenstein's monster where they had to go in there, rewrite certain things or whatever. And with this one, they were able to really focus in and dial in on what they wanted to do. And adding Matthew Lillard into the cast, just
Oh, so
I
good.
geeked out on that because of him playing the weapons dealer, arms dealer. I thought he did a really good job with that, and he just comes in just mind boggling to me. Like he just comes in and owns the scene
Yeah,
with
so
Fisk.
good.
And even Fisk
So
doesn't even know who he is. Like he just and everybody's like, who is this?" And Fisk is like, "I don't know," but
yeah, I feel
I
like
like
they didn't give us enough of him, right? Like
no.
I would have liked to have learned more. And even at the end, they had him in the last episode, which I just watched like 2 minutes ago. But they had him in the last episode, and it's just like it didn't feel finished to me, right? Like I hope he comes back next season.
He needs to come back next season so he can finish it out
Yeah,
because there's a lot
absolutely.
more that they can do with that as a revenge plot for that to happen. But I also know for a fact that they want to do it with the whole Fisk thing and focus on other villains besides Fisk.
Mm.
And I just
So a
don't.
lot of people have said this, right? Like a lot of people have said it's time for Kingpin to step back, right? It's time for him to not take as big a part. And after watching tonight's episode, I kind of have to agree with that. I think his story is done for now.
Well, think of it like this: we had Fisk for what since Netflix brought him
Yeah.
in, and I think it's
Oh, we've
time. You
had him
did
since
3 years.
season one.
Yeah, if you think about it, he's done like 4 or 5 years of Kingpin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, they need to go on ahead and do away with his character. Don't get me
Hmm.
wrong, I like his character, but it's time to have a break from that and have the forget about the political realm and stuff.
Yeah.
Let Daredevil be the brawler that we know him to be, and let him take down villains that are more of the brawler type. And what better way to do that than to team up with Luke Cage, Jessica Jones,
Oh my
and
God.
Iron Fist?
Oh, I just blew my mind when I saw that. That was incredible.
And I think they are going to have Iron Fist in there, and it's going to be the original guy who played Iron Fist. And I know
I
that
hope
not that
so.
many. And here's the thing: I don't mind the actor. It was just the script and the writing that was part of the problem with Iron Fist. So if they can
Yeah.
go on ahead and tighten certain things up, I think we could actually have a good Iron Fist show versus how we had that before.
So I'll tell
But
you, Finn Jones, I love him as Iron Fist. I'm one of the very few people who love that show. I thought it was great. I liked all the actors. I knew quite a few of the actors, and I really liked the way that show went. And man, if they brought him into the MCU, I would be so excited. I feel like they're going to replace him. I hope I'm wrong.
I hope they don't, because here's the thing: it's not fear that a script was horrible
Hmm.
and stuff. And don't get me wrong, Luke Cage season one, it was good, but if you look at that season as a whole, the villain wasn't that great.
The
The
first
fu-
villain was, but once he died,
right,
the show kind of went off the edge.
right, exactly. That's what I meant
What
to
was
say.
his name?
Basically,
The dude who's gonna play Blade. What is his name?
I know who you're talking about. But
He played Cottonmouth, I think was his name in the show,
yeah,
and
he
he was
played Cottonmouth.
he was so good. He's great in everything he does. I just watched him in Green Book. If nobody's ever seen that, it's not a
Oh,
horror
I'm
movie,
watching that right now
not a
too.
soup movie, but you got to watch it. It's a fantastic movie.
Oh, I'm actually watching that right now. Believe it or not,
It's great, isn't it?
I love it. That's my first time seeing it. To be honest with you.
Well, I just watched it again for a second time, and just he's so good.
But back over to the other stuff, though. I think that with Karen and stuff like that, I think that they did a lot with Karen this season. I like the fact that
Yeah.
Matt and her are together,
Mhm.
and that she's actually doing vigilante stuff.
I
Now,
was glad they're both back together.
right, because all this other time they've been teasing it and stuff like that, and something always winded up happening. You had Elektra
Right.
that just came in there and just took over in season
Yeah.
2. And it never gave Matt and her a chance to even grow as as characters. But don't get me wrong, I loved season 1 of Daredevil Born Again and stuff, but this one seemed like it was a tighter, stronger script. And I even felt bad for Steve's what's his name? Gandolfini's son.
Daniel.
Yeah, I felt bad for Daniel because he's in this tough situation.
What a shocker, right? I'm glad he redeemed himself because I liked him. So I'm really glad he redeemed himself.
Same here. I'm glad he redeemed himself. You can definitely tell that he didn't want to kill BB or anything like that,
Right.
and he was tied to this whole thing with Buck, and he's more afraid of Buck than he is of Fisk at this moment.
And I'll tell you, what gave me a lot of respect with him is that he kind of grew to want him, right? I can't remember, but the girl, she kind of grew to want him. And when she finally made her move, he pulled back and he's like, wait a minute, I have these qualms, right? He wasn't just like trying to fuck her, right? He was actually going on about, oh, no, hang on, let's talk about what's going on here and the various things.
Right. I think it was more the fact of he wanted to impress her with all this stuff and try to get laid by BB and stuff, and then it turned into something more than what it was. But at the same time, though, I didn't really feel the chemistry between them enough. I was always thinking that BB was playing him the whole time. And
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. It didn't really. I didn't feel that chemistry either, and it didn't seem like she did, which makes me feel bad for him because I feel like he really did like her, right? In general, I think he wanted to be a good guy. He let things go crazy, and then he finally joined the right side. And I think it's quite a tragic story.
It is, because think of it like this: Daniel was basically a fanboy of Fisk, who winds up helping him win the election. Then he becomes his right hand man and stuff, and then all of a sudden, Buck comes into the picture. And pretty much puts him in the back. I feel like with his character, I felt like he was not that one of those characters that was up front like he was. I felt like they kind of moved him to the back and put Buck in front.
Mm-hmm.
Where now Buck is actually the right hand man to take out people and do things that he needs to be done.
Right.
Versus Daniel. Daniel was more of the political type of thing of getting him started.
Yeah. And let me ask you, and I don't mean to get too political on your show. I hope I'm not. But do you feel like, because I've always felt like the way they do Fisk is, Hollywood, they have their own agenda and everything else. But I've always felt like they kind of pulled Fisk as a Trump type character.
Yes.
And it felt to me that the thing they did with Daniel was a Trump supporter who suddenly regretted his vote. Now, I mean, am I just like seeing my own? I'm pretty liberal.
No, because I even told my wife this.
You see that?
Well, here's the thing. Even in the comic books, Fisk has always been a political person and stuff like
Sure.
that in the
Yeah.
comic books. So it's actually in continuity with the comics. But I even told my wife whenever Fisk is actually making his speeches and stuff, I said, this feels so much like Trump to me.
Right. He really
And
has both seasons he has, which makes sense, kind
well,
of,
even
the way
in the
they're
Netflix
doing it.
series, though, man, like even in the Netflix series, I actually felt like he was basically a Trump character as well.
Trump character,
So it's nothing
sure.
like nothing's changed. It's
Right.
just that the further you go into each season, the more stuff that Fisk does, the more
Hmm.
power he gains, which means
Yeah.
he more of the stuff of like the misguidance and basically being a magician of like what the
Yeah.
eyes see and the mind sees is what people believe. And so it's basically this veil that's over people's eyes, making them
Right.
believe
Right.
what he wants them to believe.
Right.
But I do like the fact that Jessica Jones and him goes on ahead and teams up in one episode, and then you're thinking, okay, this is going to be the end of it,
Right.
and then it's back just to being Daredevil being solo again. But what I really was thinking, and I know we were making our predictions last year, but I remember whenever I said you need to have Jessica Jones in here, you need to have Luke Cage in here, you need to have Spider Man
Right.
in here, have your brawlers be your
Spider-Man,
brawlers.
absolutely, right? Where is he? Where's Peter Parker?
But they also said that they were never going to have Daredevil and Peter and Spider Man together in a movie.
Well, they've already had them together, haven't they?
Well, not Daredevil. They had Matt
Not
Murdock.
Daredevil, but they've had Murdock.
Right.
Um,
Let's just talk about the season finale because I know that we
oh,
also talked about some of the other stuff, but there's
oh
a
my
lot to
God,
get
it's so
into. But
crazy.
yeah, the psychiatrist got on my nerves this season, Matt's
What
ex.
was up with her? Suddenly, I don't, as a writer, I feel like they really did not write her well. I liked her in the first season, and she's dating Matt, but she kind of has these qualms about these vigilantes, and she writes even a book about it. But then in this season, she's a bad guy.
Well, it was even like that though too at the end of it, where she started being more towards Fisk's side because remember like whenever they broke up inside that hospital, then
Right.
she winds up joining Fisk.
Well, in season one, she kind of started um, working with him and his wife on their problems.
Right, the
But in
marriage
season
problems.
two, she just went bad. I mean, she smacked Karen, right? Oh, did anybody else get so angry? I was so furious. She smacked Karen. She is playing for Fisk now. It's not even like she's just doing her thing and is misguided. She's
She's
playing for
evil. Like
Fisk's
she's
side.
manipulating the
She's a
whole
bad
entire
guy.
thing. Right.
Do you know this character from the comic books? I don't. Is
No, it's
she
just
a
in my
bad guy?
opinion, I think it's just someone that they just added in to
Oh, okay.
but here's the thing though. They didn't really know I feel like they didn't really know what to do with her. So it's like, okay, well, let's give her some trauma with Muse
Yeah.
and let her do that. Let her manipulate the system
Although
in
they didn't really hit
psychology.
the trauma, right? I mean, even though she had that trauma, they really didn't go into it. They went into it, I think in the first episode, they showed a flashback, and that was pretty much it. It didn't
Well,
actually seem to affect her that much.
well, don't forget, you also see a little outline of Muse here and there as well.
Well, even in the last episode, they showed the mask as it was
Right,
being
but there's
put
also
on.
this other thing that happens in one of the episodes where she's talking and she sees Muse
Oh, good point. Good
and
point.
she's
Yeah, I forgot about
hallucinating.
that. That's right.
So I just feel like that they didn't really know what to do with her. So it's like, okay, let's give this woman some trauma, let her manipulate the system the way that Fisk wants
Yeah.
to do it, and let it bend towards a psychology type of thing, and that would actually benefit her character.
Yeah.
So
It just didn't feel real to me with her. Like
even when
her
she put the
part
mask
didn't feel
on
real.
for me, even at the end, did you feel anything?
No.
I'm like,
It just
okay,
didn't make sense to me, and I don't understand what she's doing. I don't get it.
no,
I think they left her on longer than they should have.
Now, this is my thoughts. What if she winds up playing a psychologist during the daytime, and then she winds up being a serial killer, killing her own?
But I play a doctor on TV. Yeah,
But
I
you know
know.
what I'm saying? What if she's doing that? What
Yeah,
if she's actually killing her later on? Let's say, for instance, that she's actually a doctor, a psychologist, what she is, and then she winds up killing her own patients and being a serial killer.
yeah. I really think she outlived her time in the last season. I thought that's when it should end, and I feel like her being in this season was just extra shit that really anybody could have played. They didn't have to have her in there, and it didn't really make sense to have her in there. So yeah, I wasn't crazy about her this season.
Same here. There was not any layers to her or anything like that. Even when she puts on the mask, I'm like, "What do
Yeah,
you do? You put on Muse's mask."
right.
But that
Ah,
does
son.
right. But there's
That
nothing
was the most
intimidating,
interesting thing she did the entire season.
right?
Outside of that, and nothing else was interesting. I just I don't now actually I gotta say now I kind of want to see it because she's put on his mask. What's she gonna do? Is she gonna take on his persona? But if you had never gotten to that point, if you had left her out of this entire season, I don't think I would have missed it.
Right. I think so too.
Yeah.
And this also goes another thing I want to lean into now is the whole thing with Fisk. I love when Matt just goes on his set and says, "I'm Daredevil."
Oh, oh my God, I lost my shit. That was an I am Iron Man moment, right? I mean,
It was
oh
like
my God, I'm
watching.
like, he's
Yeah,
not going there, but you feel the whole time he's going there. You're like, oh, he's not going there. He's not going to do it. And then he does that, and you lose your shit.
dude, it felt
Honestly,
like I
I'm
was watching
still
Eight
pumped
Mile
about
with
this.
Eminem.
Okay,
And it's like I know a lot of things that you know about me, and I'm
right.
going to tell you everything that this guy has against me. Because
All
remember,
right.
this was going to drown him in the courtroom, pretty much
Yeah.
saying, "Hey,
He was
look,
telling him he was going to do it. Don't
right."
forget what I can do to you.
So he does it to himself, knowing the full consequences. And I know last night I didn't really like the ending
Hmm.
of Matt going to jail, but at the same time,
Oh, I liked it.
but now that I'm thinking about it, now that I have some time to let it marinate a little bit
Mhm.
afterwards, I'm like, okay, I actually do like the fact that
Missed
you have a
him.
hero who's going to prison because he is a vigilante who's actually trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And it just sucks that Fisk is getting to have his way,
Right.
being exiled over into an island by himself. Spider-Man was fighting the hand in jail. The trailer, so Spider-Man was
Yeah,
fighting the hand.
I hope they get rid of him. I really do. I love Kingpin, and I love him as Kingpin. He's my favorite Kingpin, but I think his time has been served.
I think
I
so
think
too. I
it's time to
mean,
move on. If you want to bring Kingpin back, bring it back in Spider-Man. That's where I want to see it.
I would love to see Fisk in a Spider-Man verse.
Right?
Maybe a little. Of course, it's going to be a lot
He
more
was in
toned down.
Hawkeye.
But I feel like he really needs to shine in Spider-Man as well.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But you know, I wanted to go back on what I was trying to say though. I think that with Daredevil, Matt admitting that he's Daredevil and then getting arrested, it shows consequences of the
Yeah.
hero doing something right and noble, even though we don't like the fact that he's going to jail because he's a vigilante and
Right.
because of the fact that he was actually trying to help people. But at the same time, though, he was also breaking laws. So
Yeah.
I do like the consequences behind it. Now that I actually look and had some time to actually breathe a little bit and let it marinate a little bit, because last time I'm like, this sucks. I don't want my hero to go to prison. And then I'm like,
Hmm.
you know what? It actually makes sense because Matt makes that deal with Fisk. And I also like the fact that Matt makes Fisk snap enough to where it's like, this is who you have in office. This is your man who said that I'm making the streets a better place. And there's
Right.
blood on him. There's people going in there, and he's just wrecking shop with all these
I
protesters.
I love how he was telling Fisk basically, this is what you ran on, and I'm the one who's doing it. Right. I thought that was cool. I thought that was real
Me
cool.
too.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that he's like, look, how about this? You go my way, you go your way, I'll go my way. Let the city breathe.
Right. Yeah.
Because there's a
He was
lot more.
basically saying, we're both done. We're both done here. Let's just end it. And so now it depends on, is Fisk gonna end it? Of course he's not. He's the kingpin.
He may be, you know what though? He's out on that horizons thinking about stuff. God knows what he's gonna be coming up with or trying to conjure up.
Mm,
But you know, but
yeah.
what did you think of the action sequences within the courthouse and stuff with Fisk and Tim taking down the
Oh,
protesters?
you know, I don't even know that. I mean, that was very cool, right? And of course, you knew, oh, he's going to get taken over. I thought the best action scene in this final episode was them saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to believe a blind lawyer is Daredevil," and he just tosses his cane and it's just boom, 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 and he catches it. And I thought
Yes.
that, like, I kept thinking about that scene. I thought that was an amazing scene.
Because even the judge, like, well, anybody can say they're Daredevil, and then he winds up
Right.
doing what he does, and that
There it
made me
is.
fanboy.
Boom.
I was like, yeah, there you
Oh
go,
man,
mic drop, and he goes back and sits down like nothing even happened.
that was so
And he
good.
also does it in front of the agency that's against him in the first place, that wants to kill him, which is ballsy of
Yeah.
Matt to do.
Oh,
And
I loved it.
let's
I
see,
really loved it.
Cave's Spider Gamma says, Matt is trapped but feels free, and Fisk is free but feels trapped. So it's pretty poetic ending. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
definitely
that's a
see
good
that.
point. That's a real good point.
Yeah, they're both trapped in their own psyche in a sense, their
Yeah,
own.
yeah.
But another thing too is I do like Bullseye in this though too. That diner scene this season was something to see as well, because I
That
was not
was
expecting it to
something.
go down the way it did.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you, and I like Bullseye in this season, and of course he's really, to me, that's Daredevil's main bad guy, right? But I got to be honest, I would have really liked to have seen Colin Farrell play Bullseye.
No, no, no,
I,
no, no.
I love Colin Farrell as Bullseye. I'm so sorry, but I do. I think
No,
he would
thank you,
have been
sir.
so
No, thank
great.
you. There's exactly a reason why we don't have him in any shape or form.
This this is why Marvel doesn't have me working for them, because I think Colin Farrell would be great as Bullseye.
You'll be fired the very first day that you even mention Colin Farrell. You're like,
I
look, he
would.
played the Penguin. Let him be the Penguin.
I would. I would. I'm
But
so sorry.
but you know what though? I do like how Matt has to cross boundaries this season. And like,
Yeah.
look, I can't kill somebody, but you can. I can't
Right.
do what you do, but you can. So he winds
Right.
up forgiving Bullseye for killing Foggy, which is the biggest thing that he could ever do.
Right. And he
And
lets it
then
go and stops Karen.
right. And then also on top of that, he also stops this other political figure that wants to actually be the mayor of New York City, just
Yeah.
as she was about to be strangled by Fizz's people.
A governor. She was the
Yeah,
governor.
yeah, she was the governor.
Right. Yeah. No, it was crazy. It was crazy. I just thought
I
it
felt
was
like this
phenomenal.
season
You
was
know
like
what I
Godfather
really think
meets
did
Daredevil.
well this season? If you remember when we did the show last year, or whenever the first season, I guess that was 2 years ago. Daredevil, I felt, was rushed. It was 8 episodes, and they tried to do so much. They just crammed it in, and it was too much, and it just felt rushed to me. And this season did not feel that. This season felt like they had just the right amount of stuff going on, that you never felt like we were jumping from one thing
No,
to
it felt
another
like there
to
was a lead
another.
up to something.
Absolutely. Yes.
And the reason for that though was because don't forget they actually had to rewrite a bunch of stuff during that
Oh,
time.
that's right. That's right.
So
Yeah, in
that's
the
why I
first
said at the
season.
very beginning of this, it felt like Frankenstein's monster, where they actually had a Frankenstein the whole entire thing
Right.
to make it fit. and then this season was going to be a lot more tighter. And you can
Yeah.
actually see that this season actually led up to something rather than nothing at all, which is
Right.
something that I really liked and took from it. Let me think if there's like anything else that I want to capture with this.
Oh,
I
I
do
have
like the
a
whole thing
few.
with BB. What's that?
Oh, I did too. Yeah, BB was awesome because I really liked her. I can't remember his name, but her uncle in the first, well, the early stuff. I really liked him.
Ben, yeah.
Ben, right, right. So I loved how they went into her character. I thought that was really cool.
And not only that, dude, but think of it like this. I do like how she dressed up like Fisk and was imitating
Oh,
him
that was
and
awesome.
showing the truth of what New York City is from the street
Yeah,
level versus the political level of
yeah.
what the news and stuff wants to see. And even that whole entire, I like how they also sink the ship with the guns on it. And then Matthew Lillard shows up,
Hmm.
and he goes, "I'm an arms dealer, but I have no arms to deal. I have
And
no weapons."
right, and he's so good. I mean, I love Matthew Lillard.
And
Anyway, he was amazing in this.
yes, and did you know he's going to be in the new Superman movie?
No, but I hope so. I'll tell you,
Yeah, he's going to be
I
in
am
part two.
not a Superman fan. I hate Superman. We've talked about it before. I hate him, but I got to say, I love the last movie, so I'm really excited for the next one.
Yeah, he's supposed to be in the second Superman movie. So Matt is actually going to be.
That's awesome. Man of Tomorrow,
Yep,
I think it's called. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. That's awesome.
I'm excited about that. I think that we
Hell
might
yeah.
actually get to see Matthew Lillard back again. Um, let's see. We touched on Bullseye. We touched on Karen.
Hey, let's talk about the extra we got. I assume you saw it. I saw it on mine. It was a commercial. The extra we got that we didn't expect was the trailer to Punisher, uh, the last
Yes,
kill. Oh my God. It looks so great.
that
So
dude.
excited.
You
There
know,
he is.
I
That's
I mean, man,
awesome. Oh
like
my God. I was so excited to see that trailer. And what about him in the Spider-Man movie? He looks so great.
to be honest with you, for an R-rated character to be toned down a little bit, it actually kind of fits a little bit in the narrative of what
Yeah,
they're trying to do with Spider-Man: Brand New Day. But I'm excited to see what they're going to have. There's only like a little taste of Frank, a little bit, you
I
know.
know. I can't
But
wait. I
if you're
can't wait.
interested in this, if you're listening to this or watching this, I'm gonna give you a recommendation that you
If
guys would
you're
actually,
nerds like us,
yes, that you're gonna laugh your ass off at this. But it's Doctor Strange and the Punisher teaming up with each other. I actually have the comic
that's
books,
awesome. That's so
and it's
awesome.
one of the best things that I've ever read.
That's so great. That's so
So I
great.
recommend that. I really wish Punisher would wear his last kill suit
Oh my God, that would be so amazing.
in Brand New Day, but Chinese
Yeah.
censorship doesn't allow skulls.
I
No,
don't
but
even
here's the
know
thing.
what
They could
that
always blur
means.
that out though. Like there's always ways around it to where I think that here in the US that we're gonna get the skull that we want. But I think
Yeah.
maybe they might actually edit that out to where maybe he wears something else. Because I think they can actually censor it
Or even
in
just cover up his chest. I mean,
yeah.
it's really cool. It's iconic, but it's not that important to watch it and get it, right? You don't have to see the skull to know this guy's insane.
No, but for me, I like to see the skull. But
Yeah,
I still
well,
remember
me
seeing
too.
set.
Me too.
But you know what though? I remember seeing set photos from like whenever he was on Netflix, right? Like
Mhm.
see John Bernthal in the Punisher
Oh,
suit. I'm like, what?
when he
It's just
first
a
painted
T-shirt.
that, it was just iconic. Oh my God, it was so cool.
But in my opinion, though, like whenever I see like behind the scenes footage and stuff like that of someone wearing a Captain America suit, or
Right.
here's the thing with the Punisher, all it is just a skull with a T-shirt. I'm like, okay, he's wearing a
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that one movie, it literally was a T-shirt.
Yeah,
What was
it
it?
was
The
the
one with
Thomas Jane
Adam,
one.
Jane, something
Yep,
Jane,
Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane. That one was literally just a
It
T-shirt.
looked like he shot that Hot Topic and decided to put on a T-shirt.
That is a brutal movie, by the way. It's one of the most brutal superhero
Actually,
movies.
I actually own that one.
No, it's rough, isn't it? I mean, oh
Yeah,
my God, what they do to the bad guy? You're like, oh my God, was he that bad? I don't know. Jesus, look what they're doing to him. He's screaming in pain. Yeah, that was a good movie. The thing where they're pulling out the
the
piercing. Oh,
piercings.
so awful.
You know what? You and
Just
I need to
awful
actually do a
movie.
Punisher 2004 review of
I
the
will
Thomas
do it.
Jane
I
one.
love Punisher. I will tell you my favorite. Well, I really love John Bernthal as Punisher. I do.
Same.
But besides that, as far as movies go, um, I really like. Oh, what is it? Punisher Warzone.
I didn't
Have you
care for
seen
that
that?
one. I
Oh,
didn't like
I
that
like
one.
it. And I like the guy who does it. I know who he is. I've
Ray
seen him in
Stevens.
other stuff. Yeah, I love him, and I like that one a lot. And Wayne there from Newman from Seinfeld. Oh my
Seinfeld, yeah.
God. Oh, he gets it bad. And but God, yeah, that one I really like. And it doesn't matter what's going on. I don't know why I spent all this time. I'm sorry.
All right, no. I like geeking out about the Punisher. I love the Punisher.
Oh, I do
Um,
too. Let's listen. There's one other thing I want to talk about. What the fuck about Luke Cage?
yeah,
Is
Luke Cage shows
Jessica's
up.
baby daddy? Are you kidding me?
That made me feel happy because remember when we
Me
first meet
too.
Jessica. Because remember when we meet for Jessica Jones for like the first time, she's a drunkard. She
She's
is just as
horrible.
nice as
She
Luke
hates her
Cage.
life.
And then
Yeah,
now she's a mother who's actually the mother of Luke Cage's baby.
yeah,
She's a mother, and I love that. Thomas
yeah.
Jane's. Let's see here. Thomas Jane's stunt double had a cameo in Spider-Man 2 when running in her wedding dress. Okay,
Oh, that's interesting.
okay,
I actually on my honeymoon, I made my wife wear her wedding dress because it turned me on. No, that's
okay.
not true.
I
That's not
know. I
true
had
at
a
all. I
feeling
just made that up.
because I was going to say, you
Sorry.
know what? I ended up
I'm so
proposing to my
sorry.
wife by slipping something in her drink and said, "Oh, how did that get there?" But no, I didn't really do that.
You roofied your wife to say yes. Is
No,
that what
no.
I'm hearing?
Remember the wedding ring in the third movie where Peter
Yes.
puts the wedding right? How did that get there? But no, I didn't.
Right. Okay. I heard I roofied my wife to get her to say yes.
No,
That's what
no.
I heard.
That's what
No,
you.
you're
That's what you heard, but
John's
that's not.
wife is a lovely, lovely person. So don't listen to
Yes,
me. I'm just being an asshole.
it's okay.
No, I thought the idea of first of all, we've now brought Jessica and Luke into the MCU, which is amazing because I think it was an amazing Luke Cage. I thought it was really great, and I loved her as Jessica. So having them both come back now, I feel like they watered down Jessica in this season a little bit, but oh my God, it made me so happy when Luke Cage showed up. I was just like, this is the best. And she's like, oh, daddy. And I was like, oh my God, no,
I
you're
was waiting
kidding
for him to
me.
show up, though. I was thinking that he
Oh,
might
did you
actually show up in
expect
the
it?
court. I was thinking in the courthouse he would actually show up, but the way they do
Mm,
it is like, "Daddy's home. I'm here
right,
with my
right.
family."
I loved it. I just loved it. I thought it was amazing. Um, it was cool. I'll tell you, one of the big shocks for me was losing Daniel. What'd you think about that?
What? Whenever he got killed?
Yeah,
Well, here's the thing. I was not that surprised by it because my wife's like, "I
yeah.
didn't see that coming." I said, "Yeah, but you have to
You
think of it
expected
as a
it?
mob mentality here.
Mhm.
You know, you're trying to show loyalty to Fisk
Right.
and show him that, hey, I'm gonna bring someone I care about to get whacked to show
Mhm.
my loyalty. And if I don't show my loyalty, I'm gonna get killed myself. So I have
Right.
to save my own ass here. Even though I don't want to, I'm gonna have to give up the one person that I love just to kiss Fisk's
Yeah.
ass, basically.
Right. Yeah, and it's funny how, to Fisk, he was almost like his own son, is how he acted early in the show. And then in this last episode, well, the episode after where he died, he was just like, I thought this might happen, right? Like he was just like, oh well, you killed my son. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
But
It
my
was
wife,
it
guess
was a
what? Brandy
weird
thought the same.
juxtaposition.
But here's the thing, though. Brandy thought the same thing, that Fisk would be pissed off at Butch for killing Daniel. I'm like, no. Daniel was just a fanboy who got tied up into Fisk's business and stuff. All he is just another casualty and everything too, because he's already got
Yeah.
everything he wants.
And I'll tell you, that brings me right back. Not trying to go to politics, but it brings me right back to thinking Daniel really was a symbolism for MAGA, right? Like he
Yeah.
was the guy who fell in love and would do almost anything, right? He buries a body for his boss, the person he really believes in, and then he winds up finally changing his mind. It's really interesting, and I think it gives you some insight into the fact of how these things can happen. You
Right,
know,
because you can go into politics for the right reasons and then come out for the wrong reasons. And it doesn't
right,
have to
right,
be mega or anything like that. It's anything with political agendas in general. You know what I mean?
yeah. And he was a good guy, right? We all really liked him. So when he started changing, you kind of like it set you back. You're like, oh my God, what is he doing? I really like him, but he's starting to fall for it. But it shows how the people we love can move into a different direction.
Because people change every day. The more you're with
Yeah.
somebody, you start picking up on the same characteristics of somebody else. And you start, before you know it, you start imitating those people that you're
Yeah.
around and picking up their attitudes and stuff.
Yeah.
So
No,
that's the same thing
I
with Daniel.
agree. Yeah.
Um,
It's really interesting how they tied things into what's going on right now without being heavy-handed. Like I don't feel any of this was heavy-handed.
no,
They were just going they were laying down kind of examples of things that are happening today, but not really shoving it in your face so you were able to make your own decision on what it meant.
exactly. Your own interpretation of what you think it is and stuff within the
Right.
political stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
even with the whole entire fight scene where Fisk is beating the shit out of the boxer and stuff.
Yeah.
It also reminds me of, remember that whole entire thing when they were going to have Elon Musk versus somebody else,
Right, right.
and that's what they played that into, was that as well. So
Yeah.
not trying to get political on my own show, but I'm just
Right.
saying there's actually shades of stuff being bled through the series.
Yeah, and I really just thought it was really clever the
Mhm.
way they were able to bring a lot of this in without like shoving it in your face, right? And
Right.
was again, I'm fairly liberal, but I don't want anything conservative or liberal shoved into my face in a show like this. That's not what
Right.
the show's about. So I like how they kind of peeked at it, just like took a little snapshot of, hey, here's kind of what's going on here, but you draw your own conclusions.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And there's something I want to piggyback off of you once I get to this comment that uh, the Cape's Spider Gaming said. Jessica's
Oh
kids holding the
yeah.
bomb and Jessica taking it away and saying it's not a toy. It was just wholesome. Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah,
like that.
that was funny. I thought that was funny.
Me too. It's like, it kind of reminds me of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, where they do this little innocent thing,
Right.
you know, and it's like, no, 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 honey, you don't touch that now. And then then they go on ahead and throw the bomb or whatever. But
Right.
I want to piggyback off what you just said, because of the fact that it would be different if Fisk wasn't a political person and they just decided, hey, we're just going to shove politics down your throat.
Right. Right.
He's always been a political character.
Yeah. he
So it's
always
not
has
something
been.
new. So
No.
if people are saying, "Oh, show is going woke," no, the show was never woke to begin with. It's just that the
But people are
character,
going to say they're going to say that regardless.
right? But I'm just saying this: there's shades of certain things within the show that are political and stuff, but that's because of the fact that Fisk has always been a businessman, but also a political person, though, too. And then even if you want to even put in the X-Men as well, that show has always been political as well, too.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
So,
a lot of the stuff has been with Marvel, right? Like that's why I love Marvel. I like DC for their ghost comics, their war comics, stuff like that, right? But when it comes to Marvel, I love how humanistic everything is and how they pull from what's going on at the moment. And I feel they did this, and I like I said, I like how they don't make it just like feel like they're punching you in the face about it, but they're telling you stuff. And I feel like I could be sitting here with somebody who's very conservative and watch the show, and we both have amazing ideas of what it's trying to tell us.
right. And, but here's, let me think here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I had wanted to cover, but I do want to make this little small announcement real quick. I did drop some new merchandise in my store,
Hoorah.
and I've actually made some stuff here, guys, that I think you guys are gonna like. And you can actually go to the community page right now on our YouTube channel, and you can actually get this stuff. I have a Gizmo "Don't Make Me Go Rambo" T-shirt. Don't make me go Rambo on you. Also got the tumbler. I have T-shirts that's actually in the works right now for Movie Lovers Unite that you guys can grab. But yeah, those some of the merch that I'm actually going in with right now. But I hope that you guys get you guys some merch. Check it out. Tell me what you guys think. But as far as this show goes,
Do you have a Merkin? Because I've been wanting to get the movie lovers Merkin. Do you have one of those?
I can try and get one. How about that?
That would be wonderful. Again, I want to apologize to your audience. I'm so sorry. I don't know why he keeps bringing me back. I don't know.
I just like having the conversation that we have, the banter that we have, because seriously, I mean, I love talking Daredevil with you. I love talking.
Yeah.
We did The Shining. We did a couple of other things
Oh,
together.
that was a great one. I love that show. I still watch it. I watch it like every other.
Yeah,
other
during
week,
that time, I
man.
was
It's
actually
just awesome.
storming whenever that happened.
It was. It was so funny. Oh, I love you, John. I do.
Love you too, dude. So my question for you guys watching at home or you guys listening, what did you guys think of Daredevil Born Again? Is it great again? Did you like this season? Did you not like this season? Did you like the ending? Did you not like the ending? I'd like to know in the comments below. Tell me what you guys think. And I hope everyone has a great and safe night. Chris, is there anything that you need to promote or anything like that that you want to talk about?
Well, wow. Thank you for asking. No, actually, I put out a new novel not too long ago called Bigger Than Jesus, and it's as bad as it sounds like it would be. So definitely pick that up. And in fact, it's been selling so well that in you can look for it in September, and we'll be putting out an audiobook on it because
Oh,
it's just
nice.
doing really well. Yeah, it is. And it's really, if you're a fan of my Sam series, it's pretty much the end of the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's actually
Thank
one
you.
more announcement I want to make. I actually have Michael Pressman coming on. He's actually the director who made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Secret of the Ooze. He's the director of that
What?
film. So we're gonna be shooting that in on June 1st, and once I edit that thing up, I'll upload it over to the YouTube channel and also the audio podcast, so you guys can listen to it or watch it. But yeah, I have
I
him
can't
coming
wait.
on.
I'm excited. That sounds amazing.
Right, I had the publicist reach out to me out of the blue the other night, and then we set the whole thing up. It took like a total of 2
Wow.
days setting it up.
When did you become so cool?
I
Holy
don't know. I
shit.
was never popular
You're
in high
like
school.
you're like the shit now. That's amazing.
I always want to be called the shit. Thank you.
I'm so glad I could help you out there.
Thank you. All right, guys. Well, everyone have a safe night. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe button. for crying out loud, buy some merch from me. Go ahead, check out Chris's book, Bigger Than Jesus, and check it out. Tell him what you think of it. Give him a 5-star review if you see it deemable. And
thank you.
You're very welcome. And you guys have a great and safe night. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Have a good one, guys.